It wasn't
Detroit.
luck. It was just knowing that Hassan isn't bad. He's solid. When he comes in, he's going to
No,
give you
that nigga
decent
is
production.
bad, bro. That nigga is not solid.
But he
He
was
ain't
playing.
been
No,
solid
He was
since
playing.
Miami.
He was playing a
Yeah,
lot of minutes, and he gave me like
yeah.
4 blocks, 10 points, and
But
12 rebounds.
I got white friends, they say hi to me. I got dog food, so they buy for me. I got white friends, they say hi to me. I got good kush, so they buy for me.
So as standings go right now, I am 4-2. Roy is 2-4, and Joe is 0-6.
all right. So now I want to ask a question, right? Like once you get to five, right? Like, does it even matter since you can't lose once you get to five?
You can finish it off strong for second and third place.
No, there's only three of us, my nigga. I'm still finishing in the top three.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to get in second place if you can? Say you're not the worst.
Not when I can finish third.
You want to finish third, 3 out of 3. You don't want to be
Fam, no,
second.
I'm telling you, it's all about perspective. I'm gonna tell somebody, yo, I finished third in my league,
nigga,
and
it's
it would,
only three people's in the league.
I
but
mean,
it would still be true.
Yeah,
yeah, but it don't sound any better. Like it's like terrible. Like nobody wants to be third ever.
I don't know. Well, it's just like
nigga, if
Drake
you
said,
in a
right?
league of 3,000 people and you finish
Yeah.
third,
No, 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 no,
those
no, no.
odds is different.
Listen,
It's
listen.
okay, but if you ain't first, it is what it is.
It's just like Drake said. Uh, it's better knowing that you're first, but then taking second, right? Know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah.
Hopefully, everybody didn't give everybody some food stamps, and Joe, you could cash those in and break even with all the money you lost on DraftKings.
So yeah, we'll start with Joe, man. Why are
Yeah,
you 0-6, bro?
yeah.
Like
All
what
right.
what's
So
going on with this?
no. I have a really
Are
reasonable
you just
explanation.
really that bad at picking, or is it just bad luck? Like what is going on?
I have a really reasonable explanation. Every player that I picked, who was going, who I assumed was going to go off and should have went off, decided to take the night off. And when I picked James Harden, he decided to get his fucking leg broke. So I don't know. The nigga, James Harden is still out, bro. Like that's crazy. That's crazy. And
Cause
so
you picked him, nigga. That's why he out.
yeah, so my black magic is all it's all fucking working, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had some very poor. When you look at you guys' record and how well you've done, somebody had to do poorly, and you know what? It's okay. I'm glad that it was me because I'm a good sport.
Okay. Like, are you gonna change things going forward? Or are you gonna pick a new strategy? Like, what's been the strategy going into every round? I think it's been big superstar players, and then you don't
Yeah,
really care much about your bench. You just kind of
yeah.
pick whoever.
Listen, I'm telling you, it's all or nothing with me, as you can see.
So, are you
You
gonna
know,
like stick with this all or nothing, or are you gonna change to a more balanced format? Like, what is gonna be the perspective going forward?
one does not simply step back just because you took a loss.
But wouldn't like 0-6 kind of make you make adjustments? Like if a franchise starts 0-6, I think something has to change. In my
The coach getting fired.
yeah,
That's
something's
usually
happening.
that's what's gonna happen in the NFL for sure. The
So
NBA they give you to at least the All Star break.
it depends on who your star player
Yeah,
is,
I
right?
think this the All Star break right now, low key. So yeah, Joe, what's gonna happen with your franchise, bro? Are you still gonna stick with the all or nothing, or are you gonna make a change?
No, well, as the season dwindles down, we know who pretty much everybody is now, right? So you're not making any guesses about what somebody's gonna do from one night in to another, and especially once the playoffs start, like I think that'll be like pretty much even a better indicator of how well a player's gonna do. So it should be a little bit easier. So in theory, I should get better, but hey, sometimes you win some, you lose some.
All right. So yeah, we'll end off that right there with the Jets. So yeah, moving on. Mr. Jenkins, 2-4.
My nigga, you can't just make yourself last. Like you can't be hosting and be last.
Hey, if somebody want to throw questions at me, I can. I've been to directing it. I have to go last unless one of y'all want to direct it.
I fucking lost because 3 times out of the 3 times I lost 4 times. 3 out of the 4 times I
Cause you
lost,
2 and 4, so 3 times.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So the 3 times that I lost, out of the 4 times, I didn't pick. I picked injured players. I have a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
So
And that's one of the
that's my.
things. Like that right there. Like, do
Some
you
of
do
those
you,
you may have been able to beat for
do
sure.
Nah,
you
definitely. If I would have won 2 of them, if I would have just picked a healthy player,
do you
and
not
I had.
see that they have like because they put a red icon next to whoever's hurt? Do you
Yeah,
like
but
not look at
so
the red
even the
icon,
last
or
week,
does it just
they
like
didn't
get by?
have that shit there.
Yeah,
Like the players that
somebody
I
did
didn't.
go out like they were like a game
Gallinari,
time
it
decision.
wasn't when I picked him. It wasn't there, and I did. You have to check back before. It's very quintessential to check back before the the clock closes and you can't make any more edits. If you forget to do that, then you pretty much fucked.
So pretty much like the 3 times where just the players hurt, and then the
Yeah, one
wins.
I just took a loss.
Then with the wins, the 2 wins, like what went right for you during those both times?
Um, Probably just banking on my stars because realistically, if you don't analyze the depth chart, you have to just hope that one of the key guys are going to stay playing.
Hmm.
Guys are streaky.
Yeah.
So you got to hope that the matchup is good. That's what I like to look at more than anything is the matchup that night, who's guarding who, and how they been doing like the night before. Like if they come back off a back to back or you know what I mean, shit like that. So but yeah, so that's pretty much my strategy when I'm looking into it because fresh players. But then that's a gift and a curse sometimes too, because sometimes when niggas play back to backs, their bodies still remain hot.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so that was pretty much it. You know, that was my theory to going into doing it and fucking around with it.
Definitely dig it. So Joe, you want to throw questions at me since
Yeah, yeah. All right. So can you please explain to us how you only have 2 losses?
I mean, first loss, James Harden got hurt, so
That's true. And wasn't your second loss? Wasn't Jimmy Butler? Didn't he get hurt in like the second half or something like that?
Snub nose, nice to meet ya. Talk nice when you see ya. Pistol, fumble. Lay that boy down if he stumble. Pressure, rush him. Talking all tough, now he humble. I'm pulling a hand in a bundle. Big talk, I don't mumble. Bitch stick in the jungle. 5 shots on the double.
the second one, I really don't even know what happened in the second one.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive that was one of the ones. Is
I
Jimmy
don't
Butler
remember
got hurt
Jimmy
in
getting
the
hurt.
half?
I remember Jimmy had a big game because I remember I was looking at Jimmy compared to when Roy picked Vucevic and he balled out, but I don't remember Jimmy
Bruce
getting
did.
hurt.
Yeah.
I remember Paul George. Paul George, yeah, there we go. So
Okay.
Paul
Yeah.
George
Yeah.
had like a terrible night, one of the losses, and just like shot. It was probably like his worst game of the season, honestly. He just couldn't hit shit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the other one, that's when you picked James Harden. I had James Harden too, and he got hurt and just like lost it for me because I really needed those 30 points that he underperformed by in order to get past on top. So
Yeah.
yeah, one of my losses was Joe, and the other one was PG 13%. So I'm
All
not
right.
mad with that.
All right. So yeah. So tell us a little bit about your strategy.
Strategy. I mean, what I try to do and what's been working for me that I'm probably going to stick with is I try to find at least 4 guys that are either major ball handlers on the team or who are like the focal points of the offense of that team. And I try to find those guys and see who they're going up against and if they're coming off a back to back, but really just more focused on their matchup and how have they been playing within these shots. Because if I see a guy that's getting like 20 shots per game or 16, 15 shots per game and they're for like a certain price, I'm grabbing them up because that means that they're going to get their touches. So 9 times out of 10, that's probably what I'll start off my base of my lineup with. And then afterwards, looking at who's hurt, who's coming off the bench to fill in for who's hurt, who's a good utility guy that does a little bit of everything. I love triple double type of guys or guys that are definitely going to give you a double double, like Rubio's and people that like that. Those are the world. So that's
You
how I.
said Rubio,
Yeah.
as in Ricky.
Yep. Like, what do
He's
you?
gonna give you a double every night.
If you look at his charts, he gives you
Oh,
close to a double every night.
That was before D'Lo came back, though, right? He
Yeah,
was
that
like,
was before D'Lo.
that's what I was
That was
about to
before
say.
D'Lo.
Cause
But
I
yeah,
haven't seen a Ricky Rubio sighting in about 2-3 weeks.
yeah,
mm,
before like D'Lo came in, that was one of
yeah.
my favorite guys to pick, just because I knew he's going to get the ball, he's going to set up
He has
whoever.
no choice but to pass the ball to Anthony Edwards and Carl Anthony
Well,
Towns.
not the sidebar, but if Ricky Rubio could shoot, he'd probably be the best
He
player on the
can
court 70% of
he
the
He's
time.
can
decent. He scores. He
he
gets 10
can hit the
points.
shot. He can hit an open three.
He gets 10 points per game, and he gets 9 assists or 10 assists, and that's,
I co-sign that for
that's a lot
Ricky.
of fantasy. And then guys that, are hurt, and then guys that when they step in, they're going to be solid. Like Hassan Whiteside, when y'all was saying, nah, that's a badass pick. That's terrible. I'd be surprised if you win it this week.
Hassan Whiteside?
Yeah, when Rashad,
I'm not co-signing you winning on anything off of Whiteside, fam.
Me neither.
you could check
Trash.
it. You could check it.
That was luck.
Nah,
That
you
was
could
luck.
check it because Rashawn Holmes was hurt. Hassan Whiteside had to step
Yeah.
in and get those minutes, and there was another guy, I forgot his name, but he did solid. But Hassan stepped in and he got me 30 points off the bench because he was stepping
Right.
in because minutes came to
Who
him.
the fuck was they playing to let that nigga get 30?
It wasn't
Detroit.
luck. It was just knowing that Hassan isn't bad. He's solid. When he comes in, he's going to
No,
give you
that nigga
decent
is
production.
bad, bro. That nigga is not solid.
But he was
ain't
playing.
been solid
He was
since
playing.
Miami.
He was playing a lot of minutes, and he gave me like
Yeah.
4 blocks, 10 points, and
But
12
I
rebounds.
challenge you to go tell me who he had that 30-point game against.
But
Well,
my
we can figure that out.
but my
because we-
thing but my thing is he's not doing that every game. But for that
it was
moment
just-
at that
it was
point in
just for
time, that
for
matchup,
that matchup.
it makes sense to pick him up, and that's why I won. So
All
that's
right, so talk to us a little bit more about what your plans are for the future. Like, are you going to continue with the same strategy, or are you going to change it up a little bit because the playoffs are right around the corner? Like what do you have in mind?
honestly just continue with the same strategy. Like, I like guys that I know are focal points of the offense and who handle or who are major points like Bam or Sabonis, and guys that are involved in the offense. Like, niggas laugh at DeMar DeRozan and Karis LeVert, but those are niggas that are major parts of their offense. So it absolutely makes sense to pick them up.
I understand that it's a winning strategy, but I feel so dirty picking like, and listen, I get it, they're NBA players, so they're amazing, but comparatively to their peers, really, really, really bad. So,
Well, you put it like
Who
this.
the fuck are you talking about?
huh?
Who you talking about?
I'm
Compared to their
talking.
peers.
I'm talking about Jimmy right now. I'm talking about Karis LeVert right now.
High out your mind.
Like,
You're
like
high.
I get it. Like, I know you guys are like, yeah, Jimmy Butler's a great player. He was last year, not now.
Well, if you look at Jimmy, so what makes Jimmy special, he defensively does everything. He gives you rebounds. He's able to score on
Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah.
Jimmy's a force, and he's a big
Yeah.
part of the Heat offense.
Yeah, and last year he was able to control the young guys, but now the other teams are doing that. So
But that you see you're think this is I understand it now because you're thinking about like the team. You're not thinking about individual statistics.
okay,
Like,
all
this
right,
is
all
why
right.
you love Luca. Like, Luca, the team's doing great, but sometimes Luca ain't the
That's
move.
fam. That's KP. That ain't Luca. I'm telling you.
I'm letting you know.
You could dunk on KP. Fucking.
It's not
This
about
nigga-
that though. Like, that's a
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
that's the wrong mindset, which I understand. I get it. It makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
But that's why, like, you're not thinking about this guy and what he does or what he's doing this season and looking at these things. You're looking at the team's success and that.
Yo, it's okay. It's okay to say it. I'm a casual.
I didn't say it. You said it, bro. I didn't say it. You said it. But it is what it is. But my thing is, like, if you pick a guy like a Karis LeVert or these guys, you're able to get guys like a Michael Porter Jr. who has to step up because Jamal's gone, so he's the second option. You're able to get these guys on the team and spread it out more,
Yeah, yeah.
and still get good production. So I mean, at this point, I wouldn't fix it. It's still working.
All right. Hey, you can't argue with success, right?
Yeah. So yeah, that's it for Draft Champs, man.
This is Roy coming to you from Prolific Culture. We want to say thank y'all for tuning in and checking us out. Please hit that like button, comment, and subscribe so we can keep bringing y'all these dope videos. One kind of love and good vibes only. Everybody, please be safe out there and take it easy. One.